We're back. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you're now enjoying the playlist a little more. And you know what? I have a fantastic guest with me today. Her name's Des. She's the founder of My Destination, someone who's helped hundreds of people to relocate to Mexico with clarity, support, and compassion. She's based in Puerto Vallarta. Des offers real talk and real solutions for people who are ready to make a move, but not just for a change of scenery, but for a peace of mind. She knows a lot of legal residency to pet relocation to finding safe and welcoming neighborhoods. She's a go-to person when you want to feel grounded and guided and not overwhelmed and alone. Des, thank you for coming today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
It's such a pleasure. I really wanted to have you in here because I think you have a lot of interesting news with all of the changes, that we're living, especially in the States. And so what kind of messages are you hearing from people lately, and how are they different from a year ago?
Well, with the political changes in the USA, the climate has just become unsafe for a lot of people. A lot of people are feeling really insecure, especially a lot of people from our loved LGBTQ plus community. Since Puerto Vallarta is such a supportive place for that type of community, and we're actually like the gay capital of Mexico, a lot of people don't know that. So when they start to do their research of what other alternatives they can have, places that they can live where they feel not only tolerated, but literally supported and praised and welcomed into the community, that's kind of when Puerto Vallarta comes up. And that's what I do, is help people move here. So I think that right now, the messages that I'm getting from people are really fear-based, and they feel uncertain and unsafe and insecure. And that's part of why I do what I do. And I love it so much, because when I start the consultations with people and I see the stress and the fear on their face melt away when I give them my advice and my feedback and my support, it fills my heart, and I love it. I get chicken skin just thinking about it.
I love it that you love it. I love it that you have passion for it. And I love it that this is a service that's available for people. So if you're out there in Canada, the States, or anywhere else in the world, and you want to make a leap, you're a helping hand, and you can just walk them through it. So now, for people that are scared to even start the process, what's one thing you wish they knew?
I wish they knew that it doesn't have to be as overwhelming as it appears online. There's a lot of fear-mongering going on. There's a lot of conflicting information. There's a lot of different sources of information. And then there's a lot of information that's not actually updated by trusted sources. So what I wish people knew is that you actually can move to Mexico. You can live your dream, and it can be done easily and strategically and legally. And I can support you through that.
I love it. And so I know that a lot of the fears, besides what's going on politically, is feeling alone, right? So what are some ways people can find community when they move, not just a house or a visa, but an actual connection?
Yeah. I think that's probably one of my favorite things about Puerto Vallarta is the sense of community here. We have over 200,000 expats that live here year round, many that go half of the year and then half of the year back home. And I personally have a few groups that I run. I have PV Singles. And
cool.
Yeah, it's a great place for people to go and meet new people and attend events. But separately from that, we have other groups that are niche focused in wellness. We have a lot of things in just building friendships, connections, events, business networking, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like Puerto Vallarta, there's actually so much to do and so much opportunity for friendship and community that I actually have to schedule my alone time into my calendar. Otherwise, I just burn out from all the fun.
It's so true. I kind of have to do that too. It's like, okay, family time today. Yeah. No events, no nothing. Oh, but I want to go to that one. Yes, there's always something.
Yeah.
I love it. How long have you been here in Puerto Vallarta?
7.5 years.
Wow, you've been here longer than me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm officially Pata Salada.
Yes, you are. Yeah. I love it. And tell me a little bit more about you. Where are you originally from?
So I was born in Corona, California. My family moved up to Eastern Washington when I was around 11 years old. I always felt that it was way too cold and I didn't like it.
Mm.
So in my early 20s, I moved to Hawaii for about 10 years and I loved it. However, the cost of living was way too high. And so I was looking for somewhere else to go. And so have you ever heard of flight roulette?
No.
Okay, so that's where you search flights to anywhere from the location that you're traveling from.
Uh-huh.
So I did that, and then Puerto Vallarta came up, and I thought, oh, well, you know, I've never been to Mexico before. I need to go somewhere exotic and fun. So I landed here in Puerto Vallarta, and then I looked around, and I was like, wait a minute. This is literally just like Hawaii,
I love
but
it.
way cheaper. I was like, I'm moving here in 6 months.
I love it. I love it. That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that you know, you went through this move so that you can tell people about your experience as well, you know. And you've been here for so long. You already have like your favorite restaurants to go to, your favorite taco stands. You already know like what events are when and everything. I love it. So tell me a little bit about some of the people that you have helped. Is there a story that really sticks with you? Someone you helped who really found peace or safety here?
Yeah, so I actually just helped a couple from the LGBTQ community about a week ago. And when they had initially reached out to me, they saw my posts online supporting the community and making a stance and letting people know that we are like the pride celebration place to come in Mexico, because a lot of people actually just don't know that about Puerto Vallarta. And so when I got into the consultation with them both, they were both, you know, you could see the stress on their face. You could see the worry. You could see the fear. They were crying to me in the consultation. And my heart went out with them. I literally started tearing up and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to make me cry. Like I just put on my mascara, like this, you know, but I feel for them because they just feel like they're losing their rights in the USA. They told me they don't feel safe to leave their house. They feel like there's hate crimes going around and just a lot of insensitivity and chaos. And by the time we were done with the consultation, I actually let my consultation go about 45 minutes over my normal 1 hour because I wanted to let them know that I'm here for them. I have their back and I'm going to give them the personalized support. So by the end of it, they were just feeling so relieved and they're going to be here in a few weeks. They're going to take one of my neighborhood tours. I'm going to show them all the best LGBTQ friendly neighborhoods, and they're just so stoked to be able to make the move. So the goal is to get them here by June 1st.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get scared by the heat.
Yeah, it's going to be hot, but it's
gonna
worth
be
it.
hot. No, but you know, that sounds really good, especially like you said, in this times that are so hard politically. So hopefully they can, you know, find this magical place and make the leap. And so, you know, a lot of people are also worried about other things like pets or kids, you know, in the process. So what's your approach to making that part feel less stressful?
Well, you can definitely bring your babies with you, whether they're human babies or fur babies. I stand for both. I actually went to undergraduate vet school in the United States, so I know a lot about bringing pets and flying with pets and doing what's the most safe for them. And so I always recommend with my clients, I have a few blog posts on my website, mydestination.com, where I actually walk you through the process of bringing your pets to Mexico, and then importantly, for the animals to see if you yourself qualify for having a service animal, and if you do, getting your pet registered and then bringing them down that way as well. So I walk people through the whole thing, and the goal here is basically just to make sure that the best interest of the animal or the child is being considered, and we're just doing what's best for everybody at the least cost-effective way, right? Or the least expensive way.
Yeah, because it can get out of hand.
It really can. And there's a lot of services that offer pet transport and stuff, and I'm sure they're probably great at what they do, but not a lot of people have that kind of money to spend, and I don't want them to feel like they can't bring their babies, because they definitely can.
Oh, I wish I would have known you, you know, before, because I left behind my beautiful, beautiful rainbow bird, and I so miss it.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so tell me, why is timing so important right now when it comes to immigration and moving legally?
So a lot of changes just happened with the immigration offices. They're not as lenient as they were before. a lot of things started because of the new presidency in the United States, but also because of some of the ways that things were working in Mexico before. So moving to Mexico is still possible, and it still can be done easily. It just needs to be done with the proper strategy and guidance. And so what I help my clients do is figure out their exact situation, what their financial solvency looks like, their economic situation, who they're bringing with them. Do they have kids? Are they going to be working online? Are they planning to be working in Mexico? Things like that. And I help them navigate that. And then I also work with some very, very trusted attorneys here in Vallarta at the immigration office that help me help them get them everything they need.
I love it. You got the hookup.
I got the hookups.
And so how can people get a hold of you?
You can find me online. My name is Des, D-E-Z, and my website is mydestination.com, also spelled with a Z.
Nice.
And you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook at My Destination.
There you go. There you guys have it. Des will be coming in the first Saturday of every month. So if you have questions for her, that you want to ask her, you can just write them down and then send them into Asphalt Radio. You can just do it on Messenger on Facebook, Vallarta's Asphalt. You can do it on the radio 322-109-6449. You can also, of course, send her a message directly. She gave us her website, and of course, everything will be posted on Vallarta's Asphalt page. Thank you so much, Des. Anything else that you'd like to close with?
I just want people to know that their dreams can come true. It is possible to live in Mexico. It is possible to flourish here. And I promise you with all of my heart that your quality of life is going to be way better here than anywhere else.
That is so true. And with that, we got to move on. So we're going to go, pay the bills. But then after that, some more cool, fun music. And then the rock band. Chon, chon, chon.